All right. Welcome to Hacker Heroes Learn to Code course. So this course is designed especially for those who haven't had a lot of exposure to coding. Now, back when I started Coding Dojo, every month I had a new cohort that would start. So I would try to find out how can I get someone who never coded before or someone who had very minimal coding experience and get them to think like a computer and be able to write these algorithms in a very short amount of time. So I've experimented many times, and it took me several years to have this breakthrough moment. It was in 2014, so it was about 4 years, 4 years after I started Coding Dojo, and I had this breakthrough moment where what used to take me several weeks at the very minimum for me to get people in terms of understanding how to code, I figured out a way to do that in a matter of a day or less. And this breakthrough really changed how fast students were learning and grasping concepts. Now looking back, this concept it makes so much sense, but back then it wasn't obvious. And I think a lot of communities, they don't do it this way either. So this was one of the breakthrough. And that breakthrough was basically before we have them write algorithms, which could be a challenge, especially if you never wrote these algorithms. The breakthrough was, let's have them predict the output first. So why don't we present certain code and have them predict what the computer is going to do? And in that process, they're not only going to learn how to write algorithms later on, but they're also going to learn how computer works. And they're going to understand the concept of what I call a T-diagram, where they understand how computer tracks variables and so forth, and it really increases their debugging skills. So after I had that breakthrough moment, I created an app called algorithm.codingdojo.com. It's a tool available for free that anyone can go. So my recommendation at this point is, why don't you go and spend some time on algorithm.codingdojo.com. It's a great tool. It's a free tool where you're presented with a lot of different levels. First, you're going to be presented with a code that's pretty simple and you have to predict the output. If you don't get it right, you can see my video and see how I tackled it using T-diagram, and that's going to help you level up. And after you've done that, the predict the output portion, you don't have to do the second part, which is writing the algorithm. You can come back to Hacker Hero and go through module one by one and really, try to get better using these fundamental building blocks. Now, regarding the fundamental building blocks of coding, there are 5 core building blocks that I consider that are used to create all types of software. And it's really these 5. If and else statements, loops, including for loops, functions, variables, including learning how to use arrays, which is really important, and object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is going to be introduced later on. But the purpose of this course, as well as the next course, the basic algorithm course, is designed to help you get familiar with the first 4 concepts of fundamental building blocks of programming. Everything is created using these 5. So first, go to the algorithm.codingdojo.com, get familiar with learning how these building blocks work, get familiar with T-diagrams, and really run the code line by line. Never guess or never do pattern recognition to predict what the output would be. Manually run each line one by one, which you will learn as you go through the algorithm map. Come back to this, and then we're going to present you with some of the easier algorithm, and then layer by layer you're going to learn how to code so that in a matter of days you're going to be writing some of these algorithms that's pretty advanced. So yes, I do think using these courses and using these tools that I've designed and my team has built, what normally takes people months to learn, you can really learn in a matter of days using these modules. So I hope you enjoy it. Again, go through algorithm.codingdojo.com, come back and do the modules. If you get stuck, you can always watch my video and see how I did it. And then, after you watch my video, you can redo it and then go to the next challenge and level up. Okay, good luck. And again, welcome to Hacker Hero. Enjoy.